Just made it.
Just in time for the post-credit show.
So,
if you guys go closer,
we go really
closer.
close. Like we're one person.
There's one shirt. It's one shirt. That's the science works. That's how the science works. That's how science works. I know how to do this.
Am I the dumb one?
I don't know.
Something went wrong. Something went wrong. You're both the dumb one.
Both dumb.
Yeah, something went wrong. This is science. You can trust me. I know how science.
We could share thoughts. Hobbit and Troy.
I was just gonna say.
I don't know how this.
Do we have psychic powers? We might.
Stop hitting yourself.
Welcome to the post-credits show, where we talk about the TV.
Deeper hands and poops.
Where we have been where we talk about what we've been watching and what we've been playing and what we've overall been.
We're trying to do science stuff with Troy and Abed.
Doing.
Yes.
I can start things off. I missed last week.
Yes, you did.
So
tell us about the rabbits.
I was gonna say I'll start with TV first.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Just because I'm ramping into the new season, so I didn't download. I on the Google Play Store. I bought the first season of The Good Place, which is Kristen Stewart's show with Ted Danson. She dies.
Oh, okay.
She goes to the good place.
But she shouldn't be in the good place.
But she shouldn't be in the good place.
She's a real bad person.
She's not, well, she's not a horrible person. She was just not like a...
Super.
She was kind of a person. Like, she was a dick to people on Earth, but she wasn't like she went around killing people.
Yeah.
But to get to the good place on the show, it's pretty much you have to be like Mother Teresa.
Yeah.
And I think even she didn't get into the good place. Like, that was the whole point, was like Mother Teresa didn't even make it here.
I don't know. I found her.
Is she chewing on something?
Probably.
Maybe.
Yeah. Pancake!
Nope, she's good.
Well, we don't know what she's chewing.
She's literally just like laying in the little crevice area on the wall. On the TV.
Next to the... There you go. Good girl. Either way, I've been watching that, and that was a fun show, because that was made by the guys who did Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Okay.
Same writer, same creator.
You're on my foot, puppy.
Yeah, she likes that. She says, I hatch it for you. And I'll bite it. Because it's in the way. Either way.
She's good.
I've been watching that show, rewatch, so that one's good. And there is a nice, like...
Stinger, cliffhanger?
There was a good cliffhanger right at the end of the series, and you're like, oh, no. Because it's one of those weird shows, like Better Off Ted, where you're like, it's not going to get,
a second season.
It's not... Well, and Better Off Ted did. But it's one of those things like Community or Better Off Ted, where it's going to be like on the cusp of getting canceled constantly.
Mm.
And they are getting a second season, so because Google Play's like, season 2's coming out. And I'm like, yeah, here's my money. Let me know when it comes out. Like, because I know, like, we have PVR at my house, but it's still easier for me to just
Google Play it.
In Google Play, like, I can stream it to my TV.
I always think about doing
that. I don't have to worry about, like, actually
finding it,
recording it, and then remembering that it's recorded.
How much does the season cost, anyways?
About $30, $35, like HD
per show.
No, for season.
Like, for the season. So for me, I sit there going, like, if I buy one show a month sort of thing, and I haven't bought any movies that month, I'm essentially buying a really long movie, depending on what the show is.
Because I was thinking about doing that with something like The Flash.
The Flash is good, yeah.
Because, like, it's been real hard to find shows lately. The internet's cracking down real hard.
Mm-hmm.
And by internet, I mean the higher-ups.
Yes. Okay, and then video games. I have not done a lot on the PC because I went back to work this week. And the week before I was getting ready to go back to work, so it kind of like got pretty busy, which is where this little lovely thing comes into much handiness.
Because you teach yourself
you can
how to
take
play
it.
some rabbits.
Exactly. So that's why I brought it down, because I'm like, I forgot what I was playing. So Sonic Mania I've still been dabbling in. Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle, which was the big one that came out when I missed last week.
Yep.
So,
if you haven't already realized that the rabbits are crazy.
Yes. So, and to say that it is XCOM, but it's a simpler XCOM.
Yes. Which world are you on? Because I know that after a certain world, it just like cranks its difficulty way high.
All I know is the boss I'm on right now is not entirely difficult, and I probably could have beat him on my first run through. But I'm at this point now where I have beaten every battle without anyone dying.
Mm-hmm.
Because when
super easy right now.
Well, no. So when you die, if you want, you just go down and you say restart battle, and it restarts the battle. Because
okay.
it's not like XCOM where obviously, like, if Peach dies, she's not like permadeath Peach.
Yeah, XCOM's real bad for that. Where if you named a soldier and you really, really had a connection with them, and they died in the middle of the combat,
you were done.
They're done.
They were dead.
Yeah,
like that's where XCOM sucked, and that was the thing because XCOM, your first characters you get, you kind of you sit there and you go, okay, like
I gotta name them.
Yeah, this one's Tony and this one's Chris and this one's Brian and this is Nick and oh my god, we're like the best Ultra Squad ever.
Killed me.
And no, and then all of a sudden, like, you go to a level and they introduce a new bad guy because XCOM 2, when I played that a month ago, all of a sudden it was like, and this person's now mind controlled, and I'm like, but she's my best character because she was the one that like started off. I started off the game with, so she was that extra level up in this and everything else, and it was like, and I can't get to the mind control character; they're too far away. Like the range on their mind control is absolutely nuts, and I'm just sitting there going, "Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god!" And then
Rage calm.
Yeah, and you get back going, this one your character dies, and I'm like, you get points at the end of the world, sort of thing, if you completed each battle without people dying and all that kind of stuff. So
and
I'm
within
like,
the turn limit and things.
And within the turn limit, so I'm like, I want to keep this rolling.
And you can go back and replay old levels too.
You can.
So,
but at this point, I'm like, I want to like keep this ball rolling for as long as I can until I unlock more characters. Because right now I only have Mario, Luigi, and the 3 Rabbids, minus the Yoshi Rabbid. He has not yet to show his face.
He just eluded you.
So is Yoshi. He's not like
He'll be in there.
He is, because I've scanned his amiibo and gotten his weapons. I have weapons for Yoshi waiting. So no, it's a fun game. It plays really well. The skills you unlock actually do make it a little bit more complex. So it starts off as hide behind cover.
Yeah.
There's half cover, full cover. You can destroy certain pieces of cover. Other cover stays.
My understanding is at some point in not the early stages, but the early mid area, it starts unlocking tons of things at once.
Yeah.
It's like, now you can do this, press A. Now you can do this, press A. It's like the tutorial missions are super unbalanced in that sense, where it doesn't give you a whole lot of tutorial in the beginning, and then at some point it gives you all of the features that you can use.
Well, it unlocks your skill tree at one point, and then that's where. And if you read, you're fine, because one of Mario's skills is read. What?
Just input it into my brain.
Yeah, one of the things Mario can do.
I want a video, and I don't want to read.
One of Mario's skills is because you can jump off of other characters, like other characters can like.
I think I've seen a video on that. Yeah.
But at the beginning, you can boost over to something, but you can't land on something.
Okay.
Mario unlocks a skill later on that is clearly a Mario or Luigi skill where you can get launched and land on top of something.
And beat it up.
And it does damage and you land next to it. And then you can still shoot. Like you still have the ability to use your little blaster gun.
Yeah. Is it a water gun?
No, it's a Mega Man Buster.
It's pretty much a Mega Buster type. Like you also get melee weapons. So like Mario gets a hammer.
Not a pipe.
Okay.
Not a pipe. Gets the hammer. It's always a hammer for his melee weapon.
Pipes onto the ground. Come on.
And each character is a little bit different. So like Luigi's the sniper. Like he legitimately
really?
has like a sniper rifle.
I would think Peach would have been that.
No, she's the healer. The girls are.
That I could see.
Okay, yeah.
And I haven't unlocked Peach yet, but Peach is the Rabbid Peach.
Not even that she's...
has healing abilities.
Okay.
One of Luigi, I think it's Luigi. It's either Luigi or Rabbid Luigi. One of the two has like if they do damage, they suck health. But that's only on their special skill. So you activate their special skill, it's activated for that turn. Yeah. And then obviously it does its cool.
They have an Overwatch type ability too, don't they?
They do, yeah. So if something moves within your range, Mario will
counter attack.
Well, he doesn't even counter, it's perfect. So if like one of the bad guys is really close to being dead, you can activate it, and as soon as it moves out of cover, Mario's just like,
it's kind of like holding an action, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And unlike XCOM, where it is very percentile based, like XCOM,
you could have a 90% chance in XCOM and still whiff it.
And that's the thing. So like this one is pretty much if they're under half cover, and depending on your location, it'll legitimately tell you they're behind cover, 0% chance. If you get to another position, 50% chance. So it flips a coin, or 100% chance. Like you are guaranteed if you're standing here.
So it's even simplified a little bit more.
Which is perfect because it's like, hey, if
you're a Mario game,
it's a Mario game. It's a pick up and play game. It's meant for tons of.
It's meant for more people than XCOM. It's not meant to make you throw your Switch across the. At this point, it's not. So that's the nice part is like, and when you choose where you're gonna stand, it gives you the percentages. So it's not like it's a mystery. So when you choose where you move
before you commit a movement,
before you commit to that move, you know that like I can hit
they're
this guy.
gonna get me.
So they can get me versus sort of thing. There's pipes in the game that actually work their way into battle, so you can go into pipes and they'll transport you to a different part of the map. Like, it's very Mario-esque.
And there's a giant toilet.
The comedy in it is very
Rabbids.
rabbit-themed. So you'll see a rabbit doing something stupid, because you have this little assistant who comes with the goggles from...
Yeah, because you're not actually playing as Mario, hey? You're playing as that little Roomba.
When you move, you're the little Roomba thing, and the little Roomba will point stuff out and talk, because obviously the rabbits don't really talk, and Mario is Mario.
Yeah.
So, and once you get to a certain point in the game, it unlocks like the hub world, where you can buy new weapons and go to the skill tree and all that stuff. You can play the co-op missions, like there's all that stuff, but you have to play through a lot of the tutorial to get to that, and essentially it's just the castle courtyard that goes in a giant circle. So far so good.
Yeah,
I'm having fun with it.
I think it's one of the games I definitely need to pick up, but
yeah.
For me, I want to finish a few more other games because I've got so much on my plate. I got Persona, I've got Sonic, I've got Splatoon, and I know those last two are super easy to do. I just haven't had the time to knock them out of the park yet.
I played some Splatoon.
Oh, that was horrible.
Well,
I tried.
I
tried.
How did you guys fare?
1 and 5.
Oh my god, man, really?
For the Splatfest?
Oh man,
I did like insanely well.
Yeah, I think I went like 3 out of 5. I think
I haven't
3 or
played
4
in like 3 weeks, so I'm a little
that helps.
rusty.
That doesn't help. Yeah,
I caught some really good. Here, hold on. I'm gonna bring up some stats, boys.
we can do that.
I'm gonna bring up some statistics.
Yeah, I think I went 4 for 5 rounds.
Well, because people were posting even on the subreddit, and they're like, "Sorry, Team Invisible, but like we're doing horribly, horribly, horribly." Like everybody, even on there, was like, "Oh my God, losing," and I'm like,
I'm doing my part.
Terrible.
And I'm like, Nick did his part, which is odd because I never do my part. Like,
I'm doing my part.
I am horrible.
I'm still on the top of the 4-man team every time. Does everyone? We just need to get together and just go online.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 victories and 3 defeats.
Yeah, no.
I think our power combined, we could roll online.
I got to start getting back into it because I just
couldn't
do it.
We're all good.
Mine was just finding the right weapon to use. And
See, I found a new.
Well, I'm sticking with my thing I was using before.
Was it the one that we used to use?
The big machine gun.
This is the one.
The splatling gun.
No, I can't remember.
Because I'm using the Splushmatic right now. I really like the Splushmatic.
Apparently, I need to fact check too.
The new level's pretty fun. If you played the Santa Manta or whatever it is, Manta Maria.
No. It was never in the rotation.
And that's after Splatfest happened. I was back in the Splatoon groove because once you're in, you're kind of like, okay.
I get you.
And then I was looking at the upcoming maps, and it was like, well, in an hour, the Manta Maria comes up, and I'm like, oh, okay, fine, I'll play the Manta Maria. It's a pretty fun map.
I really wish we could play the Splatfest maps
Yeah.
more outside of Splatfest.
I know. But the Manta Maria, the cool part about it is because the ships have the upper deck part, like the pirate ships.
Yeah.
If you think of the crow's nest and climbing up those, it's all the see-through stuff. So you can't actually go up there and ink anything, but you can get up there and pretty much cross the entire ship without doing a whole, like you can make a line down the middle essentially. But as soon as you go squid form, because if you run out of ink, you fall straight through. So if you want to, you can cross the whole map without really inking stuff.
Oh, the Aerospray.
Yeah, the Aerospray.
I used to use that one too.
That's what I was using the entire time. I was still sucking.
Try swapping it up. Sometimes it helps to get a different feel.
See, once I got my hockey gear going, I went with the paintbrush because I'm like, it looks more like a
hockey
stick.
I like the Splushmatic because it's a low rate of fire, but as soon as you pop up, 2 shots. You're dropping someone.
The new gun's pretty good. Whatever the Splatter Shot Pro, whatever, with the bubble power.
Oh god, it's got like a bubble.
It got a bubble blower, so it launches like 3 giant bubbles.
You're basically SpongeBob. You're basically SpongeBob.
And the best part is if your team shoots the bubbles, they explode and land like a crap ton of ink.
You know the single player where it's the bubble thing when you hit it and then it splats ink everywhere? Oh, it's like that.
I don't play the single player.
And then if the opposite team shoots it, your bubble gets significantly smaller. So
so it's a lot of co-op with that one.
We lost. Team Invisibility lost.
Team Invisibility
barely.
Lost. No, not barely. That was a 10% difference.
Was it a 10%?
10% for the regular games.
Oh, is it?
It was 55 to 45.
No.
For the like actual team-based games was a little bit closer. In popularity, we won by like 2%. Like it was that was a small margin.
But you know what I found though? Even I played a small amount. I found the matchmaking
better.
So much better.
Oh, I know. Like, I actually played the opposite team every game. Like, it was perfect.
Well, it didn't take long to find your own teammates, and then
I think
jump
that
right into something.
That's what's nice when the popularity is split between,
it's split and
like, pretty even.
Yeah.
Is,
and
you actually.
Well, I think people figured that people would go with invisibility, I think, and then...
You know, at this point...
that was actually...
There was a lot of high-end... Maybe I just haven't played in a while, but there were a lot of high-end players on
Everybody's
flight.
getting free. Like, we were even talking, and Tony's like, everybody's bringing their freaking A game. Like,
everyone's
oh my god.
really good. Everyone's... I think during the Splatfest, I was like second or third in the entire team. And I feel like I'm okay at this game.
Well, that's my thing. Like, I picked a gun where I was actually doing significant amounts of... Like, maybe not inking, but I was doing a fairly good job of keeping them at bay.
I have a question about this, though.
12.
The powers.
Pi.
Yes.
The power levels.
What power levels? Oh, yeah.
What the hell does that mean?
So it just accumulates the levels of the entire team against your opponent's
So it makes
team.
no difference whatsoever to...
No, but it's in your best interest if they have a higher power level than you, then you want to beat them because you get more points.
Oh, okay.
Because it shows that, you guys totally...
You beat a better team.
Yeah. You beat a better...
There was only once where we were the better team and we still lost.
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah, well.
It happens.
And again, that point system is very...
And you know what? It could be that, but then say what some person drops.
Yeah.
And then you're a man down, and then you definitely will lose.
What I do like is, like, in some of the Splatfest games and even some of the games afterwards, if people drop out, it doesn't affect your score anymore. So which was nice. And it tells you at the bottom, it's like, someone dropped out, like, your score will stay even. Even in the, like, ranked mode, it won't crack your screen if your team lost because, like, a teammate dropped out. And I'm like, whew. And then it kind of makes you feel a little bit better because it's like someone dropped and you're like, oh, that's why we got stomped.
Oh, yeah.
Because I felt like I was doing fairly well.
Nope, and then you look
And then you
behind
see the
and
map and you're like, what happened?
You see a little area you're working in, and then it's just all the other team.
Yep. I also got some new Switch games. I ended up getting RBI Baseball because I do like baseball games.
And
It's a decent baseball game.
it's not.
It's nothing to write home about. It's not the show. It's not,
MLB or anything.
Well, it is. It's Major League Baseball. So
Is it still ML?
Yeah. So they've licensed themselves out, so you can play as the
So
Toronto Blue Jays. You actually played like
What is Sony gonna do now?
they're still the show. They own the show.
Yeah.
The show is the piece. It's not.
That's confusing to me.
It's different. It's like EA making a hockey game versus 2K something making a hockey game. It's still both NHL,
But there's a better quality.
but one of them is of higher quality.
Weird.
So even basketball games, like if NBA makes one with EA, it'll be NBA whatever, because that's how they name their games. Whereas, whatever 2K people are, it'll be NBA 2K18. So, and then it's a competition of who has the better controls, who has the better game, who has the better, and usually EA has been coming out on top for most of them. Although NBA-wise, I think
the NBA 2K
NBA
is...
2K is the big one for them. But either way, so RBI Baseball, I wanted a baseball game. I was like, all right, it was $40, and I'm like, baseball.
Yeah.
It's got 2-player on it. When you pitch, pretty simple. No, there's no motion controls. It's
not as fun.
It's just button pressing.
No.
Well, that's not as fun.
Well, because again,
This is on everything though. It's just,
this is on everything. You
so
can get
it's
it
not
on.
just on Switch.
But they could customize it so you...
The graphics suck on it, whatever you play it on.
You hold a button, it's different type
So
of
I
pitch.
haven't played a sports game where the crowd is flat in a very long time, but this is one of those ones where you look out into the crowd
And
they're not like fully rendered.
they're
just a flat
plane.
Plane.
And they just move. They're
The
static.
problem is you can actually see the plane as you're batting because you look down the first baseline. Well, the crowd's facing the bloody first base, so you can see behind, and you're just like,
nope.
You didn't put any effort in this at all.
But again, it's a baseball game. You're not really paying attention because you should be watching the damn ball that's coming at you. The batting controls are a little iffy. I've finally gotten used to them. You just have to kind of get used to the controls more than anything. Fielding controls, same thing. I should turn on assisted fielding.
I would.
Because as soon as the guy hits it, you pretty much have to be like leaning on that stick for your fielder to make it to the ball appropriately.
Yeah.
But if you don't know which way the ball's gonna go, it's a crapshoot as to whether it's like playing a soccer game as to which way you're gonna jump as the goalie. So it's like I'm just gonna hold center and hope that we're going that way, and hope it gives me the like right fielder to actually go in that direction, not center fielder, and all of a sudden he starts going that way.
I would definitely turn assist on.
Yeah, so it's taken some getting used to, but it's I'm not sure if it's worth $40 if you're on the fence.
Maybe it's on sale if it's on
Wait
sale.
till it's on sale.
For like $30 or maybe $20.
Wait for a better baseball game.
Or a baseball game.
And the last game I bought, I wasn't even looking at this. This was not on my radar. But the developers on the subreddit came on the subreddit because this is the icon.
The Lego Worlds icon.
Lego Worlds icon.
The icon that's
it's
under
green.
fire. That's
So
under
you won't be
fire.
able to see it.
See-through.
Yeah, it's see-through. But people were like, it's a junk icon.
Yeah.
Because they want it to look like Splatoon or Switch, the 1-2 Switch, where it actually has the title of the
And the
game.
cover. It looks like a cover.
It looks like a cover. And people were on Reddit complaining about it, and the community manager came onto Reddit, and he's like, we've heard you, the next patch, it's going to change. It'll actually say Lego World and, like, you know, something else. And everybody's like, holy crap, you listened to us. And the guy actually talked with the Reddit community for quite a while.
AMA. Yeah,
about the game.
Hosted a mini AMA.
Without actually hosting one. And I'm like, well, I wasn't even looking at it. What is this game now?
Yeah.
And it is a randomly procedurally generated Lego game.
Yeah.
So you start off on, like, Pirate Island.
Yeah.
And doing some stuff for these pirate guys, and you're fixing your ship that transports you to all these different worlds. Once you unlock the grand scheme of things and unlock 10 gold bricks by doing missions for all these people, you literally hit Find Planet, and it generates a random planet.
Now, how does this is original Lego stuff? There's no licensing for anything else in here.
So far, no. I did already buy the DLC for it, which is Classic Space. So Benny or whatever his name was from the Lego Movie, who was always like, Spaceship! It's his set.
Okay, so original Lego stuff is in there.
But original Lego stuff is in here.
So you can get-
The
you can get-
Neonites that are newer Lego, they're also in.
Ninjago?
Not that I've seen yet. They're probably end up going to be a.
But anyone from the Lego
DLC.
movie, so like Wild Style and.
So far, I haven't seen any like those guys. But they are doing like the as you level up, you're trying to become a master builder.
Yeah.
Because the other part of the game is on these worlds, you can do whatever the hell you want to do. You have an unlimited amount of pieces.
Yeah.
You have a copy function, so if you're like, oh, I like that, you can copy like a part of it.
Yeah.
So if you just want to build a really big wall, you can build a wall, like a chunk of it, copy it, paint however you want to paint. Like, it is very creative.
It's a very Minecraft.
Minecraft, in my mind, is easier because the blocks are bigger.
Oh.
This is a very detailed Minecraft game. So yeah, if you want to build Lego, you can build Lego, you can build ships, you can build all sorts of stuff.
So there's no support then for the Lego Dimensions stuff?
No, this isn't Lego Dimensions, which is kind of where I thought it was heading, or it was.
Because
Some
you could
kind
totally
of
do
weird...
that, especially on the Switch. Just like boop, this. I got my Ghostbusters stuff on here now, or I've got my DeLorean.
So not so far with this game, and they are looking at online co-op, which is a first for like Lego games.
So how different is this than their other Lego?
If you die, you die, and you come back.
Yeah. So it's a lot like those other Lego Marvel games. And
Except
DC
this
games.
time you can actually build stuff. So the whole point to this game is really finding new planets, because you have to scan stuff to be able to use it. And then you have to find little creatures that have extra pieces. So like right now I'm set to really basic Lego blocks.
There's no story then either, or is it?
The story is you were a spaceman traveling through space.
Oh.
And your ship got knocked into a bajillion pieces. And you have crash landed on Pirate Island.
Yeah.
Fixed your spaceship enough to get to like Candy Island or Candy Planet.
So what you're saying is Lego Worlds is a better No Man's Sky.
Yes. Yes, it is.
What you're saying.
Because you literally, you have a scanner. Like, if you want to, like, one of the quests that I have now, a bunch of the quests are like, oh, I need to, like, find all my cows.
Yeah.
So you can go around the map and, like, feed an apple to, like, whatever the cow, he's got a little speech bubble, and he's like, I want an apple.
Yeah.
So you give him an apple. And then he's like, cool, we're good now.
Yeah.
And you can ride him back. Or you can scan the cow, pay money in the game, like the in-game currency, which you unlock by doing quests. To unlock the cow, go back and just make a bunch of copies of a cow inside the pen, and they're like, thanks for completing the quest. And you're like, you are welcome.
So better No Man's Sky, that's the takeaway.
Then the better part is you can actually scan the quest giver once you've completed their quest.
Yeah.
Pay money. One, you can create more of them just for funsies, but you can also use their pieces as your costume. So you start off as a space...
Super customization.
Yeah, you start off as, like, the astronaut.
Still.
So, like, the classic white astronaut costume.
Yeah.
As soon as I got done with, like, the pirate people, I could have a peg leg with the rest of my, like, space outfit. So by the time...
It sounds like Lego.
So where I am now, I think I have, like, my guy looks absolutely insane because I'm just like, I will take a piece from you, and the arms from you, and the hands from you, and I ended up in like prehistoric, like a prehistoric planet. So for a while there, I just had like the caveman loincloth because I'm like,
are there any stats tied to any of those things, or it's like
Nope.
this one jumps faster, you get run fast?
Nope,
no,
nothing. It's literally like you're free to do whatever. I know there's guys that want me to destroy zombies on this one planet, and I can't kill the zombies, so I clearly need
fire
something to beat these zombies with. So there is that piece of it. Right now I have a blaster unlocked, and with the DLC, because I went to the DLC planet, it unlocked like a crap ton of shit.
Wait, this is an actual planet
full of the space DLC.
And so you need to, did you need to like, pay extra for that?
$3.
Okay, so that's what you.
But you get a bunch of Lego, like space Lego pieces
gotcha.
to now
Okay,
use.
so that's what it.
But it also
that's super meta to me. With the planet's literally called the DLC planet.
Well, and it's not called. It's like the classic space planet or whatever it is. But yeah. But I unlocked that, and then it gave me a bunch of like Neonite weapons from the new sets. Yeah. So all of a sudden, like, there's one where I'm surfing on a shield while shooting a like Lego crossbow, and I'm like, "What am I? I am powerful. Bend to my will." But if the quest givers die, you literally lose the quest and have to redo quests. So, like, if you go around killing quest givers, it tells you, like, why don't stop killing quest givers. They're the ones trying to give you gold bricks, you dumbass. Like,
what to?
Why not?
But you can, and they come back.
Yeah.
So it's, and you can change the terrain. You can build mountains. You can dig giant holes. Some of the quests are like, get Bob out of here, and you're like, okay, so you make a bridge across the lava.
At what point does giant Will Ferrell come in?
But yeah, and you can that's exactly that's the thing. Like, I'm like, this is kind of cool, and the fact that they are building towards that master builder thing, I'm like, they know.
Yeah.
Like, it's so meta now inside the Lego universe.
Ever since the Lego movie, really.
So I'm like, it'll be cool, and the more DLC that comes out for it, and the fact that they're that in tune with the community, I was just like, damn. And for it's $30.
Which developer? What's the developer? Telltale? Not
yeah,
Telltale. Not Telltale. Two something games or whatever. It's not Telltale. They do the Walking Dead stuff.
Oh yeah, not Telltale. The T, the capital T with small T.
Yeah, Traveler's Tales.
Traveler's Tales or something like that. But yeah, it's. I'm still getting used to some of the controls. Like, I have no idea.
There's no touch controls, I'm assuming, on the Switch version.
No.
Oh,
I can confirm right now. But like, when you click this one button, it switches between these two things, and I don't actually know what that means.
You just got this last night, didn't you?
No, I got this like a week ago, but I haven't really played a lot of it. But it's like, I had fun, and then the random procedural planets, it ends up sending you to a planet where there's like a pirate person, but the entire world is themed with gingerbread houses.
Huh.
And it's just like, okay.
I'm trying to find the developer on here. Warner Brothers Games, so it's not even.
They own the same people.
Yeah. Lego Worlds.
So yeah, no, good game. But that's pretty much I haven't been playing a ton, but this is another one where you can. This is another one where you can jump in, play for 5 minutes,
do something,
and like either build something, and someone online was like, well, it's not really like a building game. Like, you're not gonna have like insane monuments and stuff. And I'm like,
I feel like it is.
Give us some time. Because again, it's not like.
Sounds like it could be.
Well, I mean, like with it being on, I'm assuming PC as well.
They released for
like
everything.
on PC, it'll be even easier.
But for a $30 game on the Switch, like, I was like, damn, 30. Like, then I looked it up because I'm like, I wasn't intrigued by this game, and then I looked it up and I'm like, $30. Well, that's a steal. As my baseball game cost me $40.
Yeah, I'd be more inclined to buy Lego Worlds.
Oh, for sure. I bought them both at the same time because I'm like, well, I did want baseball, and now I want Lego. Stupid Switch. So either way, that's what I've been up to, other than getting back into the groove of work.
What is that?
Work.
Normies.
Work thing.
And my Disney emoji game on my phone because it's a time waster.
Nope.
I unlock emojis.
Nope.
Oh, you would hate a teacher. It's in our school. It's the entire room.
Did she buy all the emoji stuff or all the Disney stuff?
I would burn.
Her room is emoji, and
I would burn.
Like, one of the kids came to me after, because I worked with last year, and she overdid it. She has everything emojis.
Oh my god!
I went and bought at the Disney store because they were on sale. The little Disney emoji like Mickey
I don't
Mouse.
think it was.
See, okay, those are classy though. That's stylish.
It's kind of, but that's the emojis you unlock in the game. So one of the teachers had like a basket full of them, and I'm like, "You bought that many?" And she's like, "They're like $3 at the Disney store right now." And I'm like, "Good day to you."
Well, yeah, she has like the different emojis and the kids' names under them, and
Oh no,
all,
no!
they're posted all. That's on the door, and then she has emoji pencils, and
she must have loved that movie.
I don't know.
Ugh.
But yeah, you
Cool.
wouldn't like her.
I don't like emojis.
I know you don't.
I use the classic ones, the regular like colon, semicolon, colon, brackets. Call me or regular.
Okay.
Well, and it's funny because like I mean my classroom's a mishmash of whatever I find.
Yeah.
Like if I find something cool, I'm like, yeah, that'll be neat.
Star Wars.
Well, and as a guy,
Horror.
elementary teacher too, it kind of gets to that point where you're like, you know, this one's rainbows and unicorns, and this one's this, and that one's that. So I found one this year that was wilderness. So it's like bears and moose and beavers and like woodland creatures, but like kind of cool looking woodland creatures. So that's my calendar. So that's the only part of that set that I bought. We have one teacher in our school who's new, and she bought the entire, like, I don't know how much she would have spent, but the entire package, the welcome signs, the like name tag signs,
There's some teachers that are dedicated to their themes.
And she went hardcore. It looks amazing because it looks like you're almost walking into a campground now when you walk into her classroom.
Yeah.
Like it does. The theme is amazing all put together, but I'm like, nope. And that's just me because I make my own posters and I make my I do a lot of stuff, and I used all my reading reading rainbow stuff. So LeVar Burton now hangs by my desk because I don't have enough room by the reading nook anymore. So I just have a poster of LeVar Burton behind my desk. Kids are like, "Who's that guy?" That like because it's just LeVar, like, you know.
Joy to the Forge.
And I'm like,
Reading
it's
Rainbow.
LeVar Burton. So I showed them some Reading Rainbow stuff because the Reading Rainbow is amazing. Either way.
Yeah.
All right.
I can jump into this.
Sure.
I watched a couple movies.
I don't think I've watched any movies this week.
We've been too tired. We actually keep meaning to rent Baywatch as like a
Joke.
you know, well, not as a joke, but just as we don't need to have our brains on.
That's true.
But we've been too tired for even that at this point.
Yeah, no.
I'm behind on Rick and Morty too. Ugh.
I'll wait till that comes out as a full season.
Yeah, you kind
Watch.
of should.
Death Note.
Oh,
Why?
yeah.
But why? But why?
Well, I'm glad it was on Netflix.
But why?
Let's just say that.
I like the look of that guy. Like
Yes,
the
but-
creature thing.
but
I know,
the
I get
whole
the
show
rest
is
of it.
just-
I get it.
It was whitewashed, definitely.
No.
I've never watched the anime.
I've watched the anime.
I've never watched
And
the anime.
oh my god, that the Netflix version just poops all over it all. Like, I would rather watch the Japanese movie one before the Netflix one, and that's more in line with the original.
The acting wasn't great.
I heard William Dafoe was like the only saving grace of that entire show.
Yeah, his Raikou,
Shinigami. That's
but his name.
oh,
the demon's
the
name.
name escapes me at this moment.
I think it was
I have no idea.
Raikou or whatever. He was
Is it
fine.
Death Note?
Yeah, Death Note.
It was everything else that was kind of
And the Super, I'm actually surprised they allowed Netflix to Ryuk.
And then I mean,
The fact that they let them do that is beyond me.
I don't know. I could see honestly, I could see a sequel happening the way that ended.
Of course.
Just the way that show ended.
Oh, I need to watch that.
I know, me too. I saw that.
It popped up for me too.
But yeah, it wasn't the greatest thing in the world.
I don't even watch that much anime, and I know how bad that turned out.
Yeah, no. There's not much to say about it.
It
It's just-
speaks for itself.
Oh.
Our reactions speak.
All right then. Apparently
Alrighty
not watching
then.
that film.
Well, no, don't rush to it. Like, it's nothing like.
No, I'm not.
It was very predictable. But I mean, that's obviously just me watching too many movies, though.
I do want to watch this Little Evil movie. I thought it was a TV show, but it's a Netflix original
Comedy?
movie, and essentially this guy ends up as the stepfather to the Antichrist. Yeah,
Oh, I heard about that.
So I'm like, I'm in for that because it'll be funny.
Yeah, William Dafoe was the only thing in that.
Willem.
Whatever. He was the only thing about that was.
It's like
that's because it's Dafoe. Like really.
And I do love reading before
wrong.
even going into this that he didn't have to read the source material. He just went with it.
That's it.
That's always a good sign.
That's so good.
That's how Fan Four Stick went too. Where Kate Mara who's in Fan Four Stick, and she's like, I told them I wasn't reading the comics, and they were like, that's fine, we're not using them, and I'm like, oh god,
telling.
nothing good can come of this. Nothing good can come of this.
Remember the Deadpool movie that almost happened?
Yeah.
Basically the same thing.
I know.
So yes, don't rush watching this.
I'm not going to. The only part of that.
My fiance watched the trailer and she's like, "This, no,
no." I found.
Watch the cartoon. Watch the anime. Watch the anime. It's still on Netflix.
The anime?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's on Netflix still.
So, I don't know. I've turned Netflix off now, but the only thing that ever intrigued me about that one was really the creature because he looked really cool.
Right.
As the live action, like I was like, oh, well, they did such a good job of him, but yeah, apparently the rest.
Everything else. I think that's where they spent all the funding on the monies.
There's a look of him.
Yes, which could have, let's be frank, could have been easily done with a good script.
But they've done that before. Like that was that Hemlock Grove show too.
I
never got
finished for season 1 yet.
Never got into that.
I started watching it, and then I found out Graham's cousin was the actual like star of the show, and I was like, and then so I kept watching it for a while, and then I think I made it halfway through season 1, and I just kind of I'm like, this is getting like confusing in a not good way. It was werewolves and gypsies and all sorts of
vampires. And
it went into that realm of stuff.
I think by the time it came out, I was super into Supernatural, and I was like, "Wow, I'm already watching Supernatural."
But Famke Jensen wasn't that good in that show. Like no one was good. It was not a well written show, in my opinion.
It lasted 3 seasons.
They got 3 out of it, yeah. But everybody in that show, other than like Famke Jensen, was, I think, cheap. Like when you're barely
not anymore after this.
I know, but when you're barely paying when you're barely paying your actors, you can keep going you can go 12 seasons if you want to.
Yeah. And kill them off every once in a while.
Yeah, when they start asking for money.
Just do ER.
Yeah, that's how ER lasted for so long too. George Clooney wants $1 billion. It's like, looks like your doctor just got fired.
Goodbye. I think that's what happened with House 2 at some point. Some of the actors.
Most of them came back though all the time.
Yes.
It was just they just wanted to do different shows because that show they filmed like 15, 16 days.
Yeah.
So it got a lot for people. It's the same with NCIS. People leave because eventually it's like the shooting schedule is just so intense. They're like, I just want a sitcom. He left to be the star of his own show.
Oh yeah.
So don't watch.
Don't watch Death.
Don't watch Death. No.
Don't rush.
Don't do it.
Chris is still like, watch it. Don't. I'm not saying don't.
I'm saying don't.
Well, now I have to.
Yeah, you have to.
Nope. I'm gonna literally give it one of those, the 1 out of 5 star or down thumb.
It's a down thumb now. We don't do stars on Netflix. It's this.
I would probably give it a down, to be honest. But
well, there you go.
I would still say go and
nope.
Try it.
Nope.
The other movie I did, which was much better, was
polarizingly.
Goon, no, it was Goon 2.
How was Goon?
Okay, I feel like that would be good.
It was good. If you liked the original,
yeah, same kind of.
It's the same kind of hockey humor.
All right, love it.
Yeah, well, it seemed a lot more bloodier. I don't remember Goon being that bad. I wanted like headbutt right off the bat, and he just like. No, that's not right.
I love that about Goon, where it's just like, and this isn't hockey as a whole, because like this is just brutal, like.
Well, and it just shows what happens to enforcers.
Yeah.
And I mean, obviously, you can kind of relate it if you're a hockey person.
Yeah.
This is what happens to the guys, and this
it's
is
an over dramatization of what actually happens.
Yes, because there is for the retired enforcers, there's a separate little thing they go to where it's just them sitting in a kind of it's a ring. They go to center ice and they just fight.
Yeah.
That's all they do.
They tried televising that like 5 years ago or something.
I didn't even know those existed.
They tried televising it, and my dad and I were like, what? Because they tried to promote it like a a boxing match almost.
Boxing on ice.
But they had it, and they did it in an actual arena. So there's a whole hockey rink, and then 2 idiots come out of the box and start fighting at center ice, and you're just like, I don't understand.
Well, they didn't even do that. They met at center ice. They took the 2 fighters talking. How's it going?
Yeah.
How's your shoulder? How you doing?
But they tried televising it years ago. My dad and I were just watching it the one time going, I don't understand. Like a hockey fight in the middle of a game, when the emotions are high and things are going, that's a fight. Watching 2 idiots just come out and start beating each other up, I'm like, I don't understand this.
Yeah.
But I also don't understand boxing and UFC.
UFC, yeah, okay. But boxing, no.
And that's a guy who did martial arts for years and years and years. It's like, I don't understand watching people beat the crap out of each other.
Yeah, it was a
This
good
fun
movie.
Polarizingly opposite to Death Note.
Is
really down on
Jay
Death Note.
Bushamel or whatever his name back?
Baruchel? Yep.
Yeah.
And all the returning people.
Yeah.
Alicia Cuthbert comes as
Wow.
They know people. That's the thing with these guys.
They're Canadian.
They're Canadians.
And you can see there's a lot of Canadian actors in that movie.
Heck yeah, eh?
Oh yeah.
That's all Jay.
Oh yeah.
And that's all Jay. Because he wrote it, didn't he?
Yeah, this is his first directing, I think they said he did.
Good. I like him.
Jay Baruchel.
Yeah.
The Sorcerer's Apprentice.
I was gonna say this is the end.
How to Train Your Dragon.
How to Train Your Dragon. He's still doing that movie on Netflix.
Probably. You might as well.
Like they're on their 3rd season for that show.
Blah 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 blah. Paycheck.
All right, you're on a dragon now. Okay, this is what your line is. You're falling.
That's even.
You're falling.
That's even like making fun of. There was an article I was reading about when I was watching Family Guy, and all of a sudden Mila Kunis takes over as Meg.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what happened to the first lady? And she just quit to do something else. And the one article was like, what a moron, leaving a job that pays you like $200,000 an episode to literally phone in 3 lines.
Yes,
yep.
she gets
Meg.
Considering how Meg is much in that show,
she's getting less and less every time I watch that show.
And every once in a while, there's like a Meg-ish centric episode, but for the most part,
maybe once every 2 seasons.
I do love the one. Yeah, this is going to be a Meg centric episode. Yeah. Here's the remote.
Or the one where Meg starts talking. It's like, this episode is not about you, and it just switches to like Stewie and Brian, and you're just like. Poor Meg.
She gets shit on.
But again,
literally and figuratively.
But again, Mila Kunis can go from home and make $200,000.
And then she goes on to this, like, what, Bad Moms or something like that?
Which was actually a good movie.
Yes,
I enjoyed,
that's getting a sequel.
That can get a sequel. That was some insanely fun, dumb comedy.
I haven't seen that yet. But.
No, I heard is that on the Netflix?
I'm not sure. My wife bought it the day it came out on digital. She's like, it's funny because we're on the family account thing.
So you get a notification?
So I get the notification because it comes on my credit card. So it's like you purchased Bad Moms, and I got home and I'm like, apparently we're watching a movie this evening, and she's like, yes we are.
Oh god.
Because she was waiting for that one to come out just because of the cast in it.
Yeah.
Like it's a decent cast,
yeah.
And it was pretty flippin' funny because it's like when moms go off the flippin' deep end. Like, they just start partying and doing all sorts of random crap, and you're just like, I enjoy this kind of comedy. And Kristen Bell plays, like, the house mom who does not leave the house because her husband's like, no.
Yeah.
So every time they go to do something, she's like, should we really be? Should we really be? Should we really be? Like, she's the mousy character. Yeah, she's the innocent mousy character.
She can do that. Yeah.
Which she can. But she plays that up so well, and then there's like the complete opposite of her, and then Mila right in the middle. So they give you like the extreme end of like both spectrums, and then Mila who's just finally fed up with her, moronic husband and this and that and everything else, and you're just like
all the stuff.
Yeah, no, that was a good movie. But yeah, Mila Kunis,
gotta watch it.
She makes $1 bajillion, plus she's married to Ashton Kutcher.
Yeah,
that's not bad.
He does stuff too.
He's in tech now. Like, he invests in technology. Like, they have nothing to worry about.
Yeah. It's the next social startup. That's what he's doing.
Same with Jessica Biel and Justin Timberlake.
Yeah.
Never everything to worry. Not that she gets a lot of work.
Apparently not Chris Pratt anymore. Well, no, the silver lining is Chris Pratt's free. He's available now.
That's true.
Silver lining.
Date Jennifer Lawrence.
No.
Gross.
No, they're friends.
Gross.
That's like they'd be
They've been in a couple movies together.
Yes, but that's not the point. I can't see them together.
I can.
I'm losing interest in the Jennifer Lawrence thing.
I was never interested in the first place.
Well, she was the quirky one that went places and did things and was
then did
off.
Hunger Games.
Now she's
And then she did
low-key.
Yeah, well, and then
Very
she did
low-key.
well, ever since her pictures
Yeah.
launched on the internet, she kind of got mad at everybody, and
To be fair, I never actually looked at any of those, so I was like, whatever.
they weren't great.
Either way. So yeah, Goon.
It's good.
Goon 2.
Go
Yeah.
watch that one.
I
Yeah,
will.
it's-
That's
I
one on
forgot
my
the
list.
digital thing. I was going to bring it for one of you two.
Dibs!
I
Just
don't
send me a
care.
picture.
That's true. I can
Yeah,
do
just
that.
to get them. I can find it. It's not a huge deal for me. Is it Google Play account or is it Ultraviolet?
I don't know. It's not ultraviolet.
Whatever. I have my Ultraviolet account.
Figure it out later.
It's not ultraviolet. And then that was it for watching things.
Yes.
And then Destiny 2
The
came out.
big one. The big one.
Destiny 2.
It took me a few days to actually try and play it because life got in the way. But it's once again, if you like the first one,
I never
you're going
played.
to enjoy the.
I never played the first one because it didn't come out on computer, Chris.
I played about 5 minutes of it and got super bored of it.
Oh, you're terrible.
You enjoyed the first one.
I
Yes,
did
if
enjoy
you
the
enjoyed
first
it, then it's basically that, but a little bit
Yeah.
more, from my understanding.
And I'm barely into it right now. 'Cause I have had no time to play it.
So the fun part is Brian and I have kind of been on the fence,
I'm definitely off the...
and Brian went from on the fence to like completely ready to get the game the other day, except it's not on PC till
Yeah.
October 24th, and he was like, I'm going, and
His,
I'm
his
like,
monies.
I'm like, give me a week,
Oh no!
like give me time for school to start, and then I'll
yeah.
jump in with you. And he's like, okay. And then we took the dogs for a walk the other night, and he's like, I tried for like an hour before I realized the game didn't come out for like another month.
Well, I was watching because I could have played the night it came out, but it was like 10 by the time it came out. I'm like, it's hard to try and.
Did you buy it on the line?
I pre-ordered like the day before.
On the line?
Yeah.
Yeah, on the shop.
Yeah.
On the
On the-
digital.
yeah.
On the
I
internet?
did,
Yeah.
and so I got the free stuff.
I can still pre-order because it hasn't come out.
Is it worth it?
So far, yes.
Good.
You get some cosmetic-y type stuff or some extra weapons, or
How-
That's how far I'm into it.
My understanding is that the microtransactions can be pretty rotten. But other than
I've
that...
never had the mic. Though, I mean, the first one didn't.
Because like the shaders and stuff like that you use to color your armor and stuff like that, you can buy it through like a random pack, and but once you apply it, you can't reapply it to something else. You can't take it. You can't take it off. And on top of that, if you
You
put something,
switch
and if you
equipment out.
my biggest piece to microtransactions is if it's like those kinds of microtransactions, I really don't
None.
care.
I don't really do
because I don't jump
microtransactions
into
anyways.
those.
No,
ones that
no.
often.
And then I think the big piece is if you could take it off and put it on another piece of armor or another like weapon,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Yeah.
But apparently, like it's locked to that.
That's a little
Yeah.
skeezy, but again, then I just won't buy it.
Yes,
And then they'll
that's
change
it.
their practices eventually
That.
if push comes
Or-
to shove.
mhm.
Or it'll
But I
be
think-
massively
hopefully.
successful.
I think
and-
the game is already massively successful already without
Oh yeah, like I've seen.
microtransactions.
I was watching
Like this game
online,
has been, it's huge.
and I got the notification that the game was ready to go, and my brother's friend was on. Like
Oh,
that.
for sure.
Like, you know,
Brian was ready. He was waiting.
Like as far as I've gotten right now, they've pretty much given me every type of weapon to practice with again. Given me obviously the control, how to do things.
Yeah.
And now I'm kind of at a point where I'm just.
Trying to rock in that.
I went to the refugee camp now.
How Nathan Fillion is
I
the
was
game?
going to say, did we pick Nathan Fillion's team?
Do you actually pick a team, or is it
Well,
just,
they have like when
or
you
is it very
start, you
hand-holdy?
can choose the three
Factions.
tribes,
Tribes, whatever they are.
the archetype of characters.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Class.
Yeah, class.
The
Yep.
class you are, but it doesn't give you the option like it did in the first one where I can mix it up with the races.
Oh, okay.
Like it's just if you're
They streamlined.
yeah, if you're the mage type or the whatever,
Yeah.
you're kind of the humans.
Oh, okay.
Or if you're the big tank guy, you're
the big creature.
you're
thing.
the blue people. Or and then if you're the I can't remember what the third one is, but you're the Nathan Fillion
Oh, okay.
characters.
So third one, the roguelike people.
Yes, the rogue type people. And I mean,
Rogues, warriors.
if
and
you watch the
wizards.
trailer, you know already that the city that you work out of has gotten totally just
Yeah.
pooped all
Decimated,
over.
Yeah.
So now I'm escaped the city and I'm at this rebellion camp. Actually, maybe more is better.
So how long after the first Destiny does this happen?
Doesn't really.
And and I guess the better question is what kind of stuff transferred over? Because you played a lot of Destiny.
Yep.
What kind of stuff transferred over?
Your memories transferred over.
So your memory of Destiny 1
it gives
being shitty or great.
And who you've done it with, and then.
So memory like actual like
in the game stuff.
Okay, so it's not like all right. So it's a little.
So there's a little bit of gameplay stuff to transfer.
Like I said,
Do you get
I
a
haven't
sick
got into it
shader?
much.
Do you get a sick shader? I survived Destiny 1.
I survived Destiny 1.
This is the shitty shader I got for surviving Destiny 1.
I haven't gotten much more into it. I think you do have like it doesn't even give you more than one option to kind of customize how you like races with thing. It's you have those all 3 characters right off the bat. It's just and then you go through the story.
And I can make more than one character, right?
No, you can't. You're not making any characters. The characters are already set for you to.
So you just kind of swap into it, back and forth.
Okay. Oh, okay.
So it's like I want to be the sniper now. I want to be.
I want to be the thief guy, or I want to be the tank. Or
okay.
I want to
see. When I saw the trailer, I wanted to only use the shield. I think
that's a tank, dude.
That's the only one I want to use because that looked kind of awesome.
And like I said, I'm barely into it.
Pre-purchase now.
The fact that it's developed by Bungie helps too.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that it's Halo basically. A better Halo.
A better Halo.
It is a better way better Halo.
So,
but yes, definitely gonna go buy it or go buy it when it comes out for you PC people.
Jeepers creeps.
Can you look at the system specs? I just want to make sure I can still play it.
In a second, once Blizzard is finished updating.
But I gotta try and play this as much as I can because I believe this week NHL 18 comes out. I've looked at some of those. What you can do in that game, and I want to do it. So, yeah.
Cool.
Go watch Death Note.
No.
It's coming. It's coming up for Windows, Tony.
Awesome. I can kind of play it. I can play it on a window.
Please note that purchasing this product, your battle tag and
yeah, that's not what I'm looking for.
I know what you're looking for. I can't fucking find it.
What the hell? Product details?
That's down here.
Maybe on Steam, or not Steam, but maybe on Battle.net itself. Cool.
We'll find out.
Tag, you're in.
Tag.
Product details.
That's what we click. Watch what happens.
Okay, watch. It goes down.
There you go.
That's all you get to freaking know.
So I've been playing Injustice 2.
Okay.
Man, that game is amazing. Holy crap. Okay, so I was wondering how Injustice 2 was going to handle its story, because after how popular the first game was, they started launching into their own comic book line on what happens after Superman gets captured, and thankfully a lot of it gets closed off, I guess, in the comic line, because when you start the single player story mode in Injustice 2, a lot of it is like, now what happens with the regime completely dismantled, where do all these characters fit in. Thankfully a lot of the multi-universe stuff they don't address that. They you don't have to worry about the regular DC universe. This is just the Injustice messed up universe after the regime has left. And so a lot of it is like, oh, the Flash is back now because he was evil in the first one, but he switched sides off of the regime. And so a lot of the story is like, hey, now we got to be, I have to be good again. I have to show the public that I can be a hero. And that's what a lot of characters are. Stuff ones like Justice, or not Justice League, Green Lantern, because in the regime he was a Yellow Lantern, and so they actually kind of write that off. It's like, oh, last time we saw you, you were part of the Yellow Lantern Corps. What happened? And then so I guess in the comic lines there is certain events that tell you. Yeah, it fleshes it out some more. If you want to know, you can go read it. The short TLDR, you don't. He basically gets his Green Lantern ring back. Basically, Hal gets his Lantern ring back. I like the way that in the story they handle multiple character fights. So, for example, one of the fights is Blue Beetle and Firestorm. The two new characters, actually.
I was going to say new characters.
There's tons of new characters on top of this. But for example, it's like, oh, Wonder Woman and Supergirl show up. Who do you want to fight Supergirl, or do you want to fight Wonder Woman? And then they actually have story events written for both interactions.
That's a
So
lot
it's
of
like
in-depth.
so you can choose to be either Blue Beetle. He'll have his own specific interactions with Wonder Woman or
Yeah.
Supergirl.
They've gotten so good at that, like,
and
intertwining the fighting with
right.
the story stuff.
And the
yeah.
best part about it is it's so smooth. The way that it goes from cutscene to fight back into cutscene.
It still catches me off guard.
It
in
is
those games.
so good.
Put controller down, enjoy cutscene, and all of a
The nice
sudden it's
thing-
like, and fight, and you're like, ah.
And they've been really good about that, especially for those multi-scene fights. You have to choose, so it's like, oh, okay, so I got.
You actually have to, yeah.
But
Is there an advantage to doing?
No, it's just whoever you want to try out for that battle. And so right now I think I've hit the halfway point because there's a trophy that literally says halfway. You're halfway there,
yeah.
so it's like,
They're
oh,
always good ones, right?
yeah, it's
You're like, oh, okay.
Let you know.
And it's,
I was getting a little with this game, but now if I'm halfway, I'll push through.
to be fair, it's also a fighting game, so
Yeah.
how much depth can you have in a fighting game? That's
That's what I mean, though. That's why those wins are nice, because you're kind of like,
and playing through this entire game and being having the advantage of it on Xbox One and PS4, you have a lot more graphical fidelity. The facial animations, everything looks great. The story is amazing. The acting is amazing.
yeah, look.
Which makes me very disappointed that it will never, the Justice League movie will never be as good as this.
The games are always better, even the Batman games.
Yes.
Those are great stories.
But the story of the Injustice unparallels the Justice League movies that Zack Snyder is making, and it is so good.
Well, and that's the
And the story
unfortunate
is so strong in this game.
Yeah.
I haven't touched the online stuff yet because
You'll get wrecked.
I'll get wrecked. Actually, the fighting is.
We'll just call it out right now.
If you've
That's what
played,
happens to me whenever I go online with some stuff. It's like, and nope.
if you played Injustice 1, luckily enough everything's
really changed.
Yeah, the entire combat mechanics are the same. Some supers are a little bit different now. So I mean, it's better than Marvel Infinite, what they're doing with that one. Where all the supers are basically the same as Marvel 3. Batman's got a nice new super now where instead of running someone over with a Batmobile, he strings them up into the sky
That's more Batman.
and then crashes them down with a Batwing.
That's less Batman, but all right.
Well, you also have to think about it. This is in the post-regime universe where superheroes are quite different. And so the big bad villain in this one is Brainiac. And bum, bum, bum. And Brainiac is coming to Earth to find the last Kryptonian, Superman. Because he...
Isn't there two?
There is. Know that there's two Kryptonians waiting.
And that's the big story. It's like, oh, now there's two Kryptonians I must add to my collection.
And make them do it.
Cousins!
Nothing bad can happen
there. And so, yeah, it's the way that the story is intertwining with itself. It's very natural. It feels very DC and very movie-like on top of that. It's really...
when the first Injustice opened, that opening cutscene where, Superman punches the heart out of the Joker in Injustice 1, and you're just like...
That happened.
What just happened?
What shit? What fuck?
Right, and then it continued telling the story, and you kind of got into the whole mix of these two dimensions. You're going it's holy crap, that's well done. It's good storytelling. And like you were even saying, the Arkham games, the storytelling in those. And then again, you go to the movies and you're like, why do you keep screwing up?
You could have done, they could be doing basically the Injustice movie as a movie line. And I'd be totally okay with that.
Injustice is tough to do for the wide audience. You do have to build to Injustice, they've built to Infinity War.
Right.
Infinity War had to be earned.
And it is
but
well deserved.
Even the Justice League movies that are on Netflix and on
cartoon,
DVD, the cartoons, take one of those really basic stories, put it into live action form.
And those are good too.
Those are awesome movies. So get those writers, do that movie, and then work your way to an Injustice flick on the screen would be absolutely bonkers.
I can't speak more highly enough about this game. I want to play more of it, just for the storyline.
Yeah, that's where I just don't understand where DC's writers are at when it comes to all of their stuff.
I get it's probably more expensive to try and pull off that stuff.
But the thing is, it's just writing. It's just writing.
Even more though. But trying to pull some of the stuff off.
Yeah, some of it. But
they get comic book writers to do these stories for Injustice.
You look what they do for the cartoon movies. You can't pull half that shit off in movies. It would be able to. It'd be
or
so
yeah,
expensive.
you'd be spending a fortune. But that's what I mean. At
You'd
least
be
get
spending
these
even more.
At least get these writers in who know how to write the characters. Like, it's not the action sets that make those movies awesome. It's the fact that the story actually flows and tells a good story, and you know,
it almost need to. This is what they want to do. And get the writers coming in after, like do the action stuff first, and then set it up.
I don't know. Yeah, it's but I mean, if they can spend millions of dollars getting rid of Henry Cavill's mustache, then really
they could be spending that money on a good story, and good special effects,
some good effects. I don't know. So, either way, DC.
I'm super excited for more Injustice 2. Honestly, it's so great.
One day it will come out on computer, and I'll be able to play it.
I found mine somewhere else, but I might just
delayed for
return
you
it
too?
in.
Is that delayed for you too?
It's not even
It's
announced.
not.
They did that with the first game too.
It'll
The
come
first
out.
game wasn't even on the radar for PC, and all of a sudden it was like PC, and it came with everything.
I was
so
just
I'm
gonna
like,
say, wait until all the fighter packs are out,
yeah,
and then
they'll announce the PC version.
Because I think there's two more.
Whatever, yeah.
There's like 2 more fighter packs I think coming out.
Because I had it or I rented it at least for my Xbox or my PlayStation. One of the two. Oh, I think I got it on PlayStation Plus when it was on sale for whatever, you know.
I still have it on PlayStation Plus for PS4.
So I got it on PlayStation, the first one, and I was like, oh, damn good game, like da 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 da. And then I got it for like $5 or $6 on one of the sales, but it's the complete everything for the PC, and I'm like, yay!
What I really like about Injustice 2, and if you want to play it online, you can get a lot of armor packs and stuff like that you unlock for your character. And you get a lot of unlocks during the single player already. Like every time I finish a fight, it's like you've unlocked the this and then this.
The
and
basics,
this.
yeah.
And it's just like armor pieces that you can attach to the characters and go online that actually gives various stat buffs.
Oh,
so
yeah.
it's like increased speed by like 0.1% or something like that, or like your throws come out a little bit faster, things like that. And it actually is themed to various pieces in the DC lore.
Now, can you pay for these, or is it play to unlock?
Play to unlock.
Beauty. Don't care then. I'm good.
You can play to unlock it, and you can pay for, I guess, bundles like unlocking.
Oh, okay.
You get the booster pack stuff where you can get randomized pieces, but you can just pay online or play it and then
as long as they don't give you a huge stat bonus, because I remember one of the hockey games did that where you could spend money
on ridiculous looking stuff.
No.
Well, it wasn't even ridiculous, but it
looked bad.
It didn't look that great, and the stat bonuses, and it's like, but pay for it, and I'm like, so I'm going to be playing online against people who are paying for new skates to skate faster than me.
The thing is, like, it's all randomized, right? So you could get that 1 in 1 millionth chance to get a decent, armor piece or
that only really gives you like
X amount. So it's not that.
So if you're still a better fighter,
it's not egregious or anything like that. So I'm
100% bonus armor boost.
You look infinitely better and stronger.
Yeah.
I'm wondering. I kind of want to know if the Gal Gadot Wonder Woman costume is still available. I think that's I don't think it's available anymore. So unfortunately, I picked up the game a little bit too late for that piece.
Okay.
But
for
that piece of gaming, I do think I'm just gonna return and just buy it because it's amazing.
Yeah. Because you libraried it, yes.
I libraried it. It took a long time.
Well, it's a popular game.
It's very good. It's a solid fighting game. Solid good fighting game. Good online from the one match that I played.
You might see more Friday the 13th from me. New updates coming out.
Neat.
Jason from Friday the 13th 4.
Which one was that one?
The one who's actually, I think, a person.
There's a fake person just pretending.
Yeah, pretending to be Jason, but they've also now added, it's coming into the game, rain effects. Like full on, like it'll decrease your vision and all sorts of like,
and you'll wash through the mud.
And you'll actually hear the rain and stuff.
And hopefully your video card can handle it.
Yeah.
Kind of stuff.
So that one will be cool, but yeah, and then everybody's like, so we get a free Jason, and he comes with his own map from that like movie, and everybody's like, so we get like a free, and they're like, the map will be free. Because they don't want to disperse the player base. There's only 4 or 3 maps as there is. So they don't want to like split the player base into an already.
But the Jason you'll have to.
But the Jason everybody figures you'll have to pay for, which I mean,
sure,
and especially if it's only like $5 or something.
And that's the thing. Depending on how much the Jason costs, the Jason costs. And if I don't like that Jason, does not intrigue me, I do not have to buy that Jason. I can still play against that Jason.
Speaking of news that we forgot to talk about, Bethesda. With the Creation Club.
Oh, yeah.
We forgot to riff on them.
That's okay. We've riffed on them enough.
They did to them. They're doing it to themselves. We can tell you later.
Sure.
On the Steam thing, it's been like people can tag it as stuff.
Yeah.
It's like humor And something like people are tagging it with dumb tags.
Well,
just to,
we
like,
can even show it
I'll
to you later.
you
We'll show you later. But yeah, I'm super digging Injustice 2. Like, it's so much fun. I basically put it in and played it for like 3 straight hours.
That's a good game.
And then I was like, oh wait, it's like 1 in the morning. I should go to sleep.
Go for the looks.
Yeah. Really, and that my takeaway is, damn, this could be a better movie. This could make the movies great.
That's true. Like I said, I've said that about Arkham Asylum,
and Arkham could
Arkham
be, yes.
City, like all those
like
Arkham
all the
games.
video games.
Yeah.
They're video games,
As much
and
as Batman movies are good, these would still
those would
still do well.
they pale in comparison. Yeah. I love the Flash. The Flash is still one of the best characters in the game for me, even though he's not like top tier. I don't think. I think
he's part of the original.
He is part of the original, but in terms of like the
Fighting
tier wise, I think the Red Hood and Deadshot are top tier right now. Just because they're like ranged characters and they can just kind of stand at a range and just shoot you with guns.
Arrow.
He's actually kind of nerfed. I feel like they nerfed him.
Well, so they're basing it off reality in the situation.
Yeah.
So
one of the
arrows would not do well against Superman.
A ton of the story bits have, like I said, you can choose between 2 characters, and so the first moment you can choose between 2 characters, it's literally Green Arrow and Black Canary, so all of their riffs are like, oh man, gotta play with Babysitter Overtime again, because they have a kid in the comics.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, I hope I'm billing you, Bruce, for the overtime on this one. All right. Because it's like, oh, you need to go to get Grodd or whatever. It's like, oh, I only came in to do this one thing in the swamp.
Overmatched too.
Oh yeah.
Green Arrow versus Grodd, that would be overmatched.
Boof. Yeah, I chose Canary.
You might control him.
I chose Black Canary for all of that because she's actually a really good ranged character, as well as a good brawler because she's a new addition to the game.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Her special ability is to use her voice to basically stun people, and so you can let it charge, and the higher the charge, the more the stun is. So she's got some good brawling tactics too, because she is a wrestler in the comics, I think. Wrestler or some sort of like MMA fighter or something.
She does stuff.
I think
she does some sort of fighting.
Yeah, she's a fighter.
I don't read DC comics.
Neither do I.
I try to keep up as much as I can, but when it comes to like Blue Beetle and Firestorm, I just like, I know the characters
Teen
from
Titans.
There's no Teen Titans.
No, Blue Beetle is.
Teen Titans.
Not that kind of Teen Titans.
Teen Titans.
So Robin,
the Teen Titans, half of them got wrecked in Metropolis, apparently.
Cyborg.
Nope. Raven and
Starfire.
Raven, Starfire, and Beast Boy.
They're dead.
Apparently.
The House Starfire and
DLC. She's DLC.
Yeah,
so
she's
still
not actually
alive.
part of the story.
So she is going to be. She's just a playable character as DLC.
They did that in
and
the
they did
first
that.
game.
And they did that with Joker as well, because Joker obviously dead.
Yeah.
So they did bring Joker back, but it's like a flashback sequence.
Just so they could put him in as a fighter.
Yeah.
Sure.
So
cool.
That's sort of been my week is Injustice and
Justice.
And I've been binge watching Bleach, the anime. I don't know if you guys are
Just
familiar.
sitting there watching a ball.
I've heard of it.
I've
I've
heard
never.
of Bleach. I've never watched it.
It's I don't know. I've been in an old anime blitz mode, and it's
You should try that
Death
new
Note?
Death Note show on Netflix. I hear it's
for the audio cast. I'm flipping the air off.
I hear it's pretty good.
Really?
Yep.
I feel like it's on like a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes.
I know IGN didn't give it a great review.
Really? So that's sort of been my bit, because I do want to finish a few other games before I get Rabbids and Pokken Tournament. Pokken Tournament, I feel like I can get away with just buying and just having fun with, because there's no story in it.
You just fight.
You just pick it up and go.
There's new weapons that have been added to Splatoon, everybody.
Every Friday.
I know. These
Hooray!
custom Splatter Shot Junior is now available.
That's cool.
Why did I get disconnected from Wi-Fi?
So yeah, that's sort of been my week.
Excellent.
Yes. So that's it for us this week at the Barrel Roll post-credit show.
Yes, it is. I still have internet. I do not have internet.
I don't. Do you have internet?
I have internet.
I've lost
I have
it.
internet. I'm on the internet. I have internet.
You say it's the Wi-Fi. Simple.
Yeah, Wi-Fi.
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 Speaking of Wi-Fi on the internet, you can take a look at our website,
Yes.
www.barrelrollnews.com. You can find information about all of our social links there, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. Subscribe to us, like us, share videos if you think that they're worth sharing.
Yes.
Which they totally
They're pretty
are.
good. They're pretty good.
They're decent,
So-
just like Death Note.
We should play some Animal Crossing.
Yeah, we haven't played that in forever.
Yeah, I know.
I would rather play that than watch Death Note.
Ooh! Ooh! Ooh!
All right.
All right, you have to choose.
No. No. Where's the gun part where I can just blast myself in the head for every one of those options? So, thanks for joining us this week.
Yes.
We will see you guys
Next
week. And more news. More
Hopefully.
shenanigans.
Hopefully
More
there's
shenanigans.
news.
We'll make news. Fake news.
Fake news.
We'll make news.
Oh, yeah,
Bye.
it's on there too.